Patriots. Talk about a team that blew expectations out of the water last year, going to the Super Bowl. And even though they lost, the giant leap forward in Drake May's game and just the team in general should inspire so much confidence in this Patriots team moving forward. And they're a fun team to talk about because they are a better team this year. But will they have better results? That's what I'm going to talk about today as I preview the 2026 New England Patriots. The Patriots made some very good moves in free agency, but they all have some risk. And that's mainly focusing on the big time moves they made. The two, Romeo Doubs and Elijah Vera Tucker. Both are very talented players when they are playing football, but both have an injury history. Romeo Doubs has had many concussions in his career, and Vera Tucker has suffered just so many injuries with the Jets, it's not even funny. But both, when playing, are tremendous talents that improve their football team. Look at Romeo Doubs last year when he was a Packer. All of the production they got out of him when he was on the field, whether it's in the red zone or just trying to get him the ball deep. He has a versatile game that can really translate to any offense and be inside or outside. It's a great move by the Patriots to bring in Doubs, and I think it's going to be giving them some stability that they just don't have long-term really figured out the position yet. Stefon Diggs was amazing last year, and he's no longer on the team, but you knew it was going to be a one-year thing. He's no longer there now, so you have to move on, and you paid a guy who maybe doesn't have the high-end upside that Stefon Diggs has, but is going to be a more stable wide receiver for the long term for the team. Vera Tucker, very, very talented guard, but you have concerns about him staying healthy. If he is healthy, he drastically improves his Patriots offensive line, but if he struggles or if he just gets hurt, it's not going to end good because you're going to be playing backups more and more often, and that's not something you want to do with Drake May. And they also added Dramont Jones, Julian Hill, Reggie Gilman. Nothing really major there. They're talented players. Will win on the margins, but nothing's going to blow you away. Now, they did lose some guys. As I mentioned, Stefon Diggs is a free agent still, so who knows? Maybe he comes back to New England, although I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. But you lost Tonga, you lost Caleb Von Chason, you lost Jalen Hawkins. Nothing like really going to hurt you long term, but those were good players that played good for you on a run to the Super Bowl, so that hurts a little bit. But overall, the Patriots did very fine in free agency, acquiring talent where they needed it. Even if it has a high-risk move, it has a high upside move as well. Then the Patriots went out and made a big move. They traded for A.J. Brown, and they gave up a hefty price. But who knows A.J. Brown better than Mike Vrabel? You know, the guy that was part of drafting A.J. Brown, brought him in the league, and was part of his development. And you can tell A.J. Brown is the perfect Mike Vrabel wide receiver. He's physical, he's fast, he can catch the ball, he can do everything. But when you try to attempt to tackle him, he is like a running back almost, throwing guys off him, showcasing just that pure physical ability that he has and that blinding speed you wouldn't expect someone who's his type of receiver to have. He is an immensely talented wide receiver, and it's something the Patriots needed desperately after last season, after letting Stefon Diggs go. Because this is your true one wide receiver. Romeo Doubs might be your 2 or 3, and you might have a young rookie step up into that 2 role. You might have another young guy on your roster currently that can step up to that 2 role. Because A.J. Brown makes this offense much more dynamic. The Patriots drafted very much for need, especially early on with the addition of Caleb Lumu, who is a good left tackle. I don't know if he'll ever be an elite level talent at the left tackle position, but will be a stabilizing unit for the offensive line and allows you to move Will Campbell inside. Gabe Jacques, actually probably my favorite pick of him, and at the time of this recording, he is still unsigned, but he's just a strong player that plays hard and has that high motor. You really do love him. He does lack some creativity as a pass rusher. He doesn't mix it up a lot, something you would really like to work on, and hopefully he signs before camp so he can get in there and really work with coaches to create a bigger bag. But overall, I like the pick, and I think he'll be a good Patriot. Eli Raridan, a versatile 3-down tight end that can play in line to block, but also be a weapon on the receiving end. Good move. Caron Prunity, I didn't watch a whole lot of. Demetrius Crownover, I didn't watch a lot of. Namdi Observo, I didn't watch a lot of. And then we get to guys I actually did watch. Morton from Texas Tech, solid quarterback. I mean, hey, Patriots have had success drafting quarterbacks from Texas Tech. They just end up better coaches than players. But Morton has a good arm. He looked really functional, and you could very much notice when he was off the field for Texas Tech, the offense nosedived. So there's something maybe you can work with there as a long-term backup. Jam Miller is a prototypical sized NFL running back, but there's just sometimes you watch him and you don't know how much of it was on the offensive line, how much of it was him, but the lanes just never seemed great to run through. And I think that's a big issue when you look at some of the guys blocking for him, Caden Proctor not being all that great. But Jam Miller does have potential. He can be a contributor in the passing game. He won't really be required to play a lot, and even in the passing game, I don't think he'll see the field much just because Trayvon Henderson's such a dynamic passing running back that you don't really want to take him off the field at all. And then you look at Quintavious Hutchins, who I honestly didn't watch a lot, but my big key for the Patriots draft was they attacked areas they needed. Mainly with their first three picks are the guys I like. Then everything else is to me. Lomo provides stability at the left tackle position, which is a position you want stability at. Gabe Jacquez can provide stability at the edge position and maybe can develop into something better down the road. And Eli Raridan, a very good tight end that I think will be utilized, especially in the modern NFL where you see a lot of 12 personnel and you see a lot of two tight end sets, everything on the field. I think he's going to be very good for them, especially when you look at the fact that Drake May tends to like to throw to his tight ends. I think the New England Patriots are a better team entering the 2026 season than they were entering the 2025 season. But I don't know if they'll have better results because they had so many breaks go their way last year. You had Pat Mahomes getting injured. You had Lamar Jackson getting injured. You had Joe Burrow getting injured. Those are three of the best quarterbacks in the NFL missing significant time and not making the playoffs. Then you had the Bills, which, hey, maybe if you can bet on Bills' incompetence, it's not a bad thing to do. But still, Josh Allen is a tremendous player, and he's going to be back, and he's going to most likely have a shot at winning the division again. And then you look at the playoff run that they had. Chargers, offensive tackles, both out. Patriots took major advantage of. Texans, pathetic offense line. Patriots took advantage of. Broncos, Bo Nix out. Patriots took advantage of. They took advantage of the moments that they needed to. But that's not necessarily something you can rely on happening year in, year out. And that's where I'm at with the Patriots of, I think this team is very much a playoff team. I like the roster they have, but I don't feel comfortable saying they're going to make it back to the Super Bowl, and I don't even feel comfortable saying they'll make it back to the AFC Championship game. Because I think there are still holes in this roster that they got a lot of lucky breaks last year, and then everything broke for them the wrong way when they played the Seahawks because the Seahawks exposed their issues. And they still have those issues. Do you really trust this offense line fully yet? No. Do you trust this defense fully yet? No. Christian Gonzalez is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, absolutely. Outside of him, do you have like this major impact defensive player? No. And that's a big key when I look at the Patriots is they don't have these instant impact players that can just change a game on a dime all over the field. They got a couple, but they need more. And that's really where I'm at right now, is that I think this team is set up long-term. They're just maybe a piece or two away from winning that Lombardi trophy. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you like this video, hit that like button for your channel, hit that subscribe button to share this. I greatly appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts about the Patriots, go down in the comment section below. I'll read every single comment, and I'll try to respond to every comment I see. And I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope y'all had an amazing day.